Final video of the day. Martin Luther King Jr. Obviously, he's very famous for the I Had a Dream speech.
I had a dream.
Have you ever heard this speech from start to finish?
No.
Me neither.
No.
So this is a reaction that we want to do. Because I want to hear
Why
the
not?
speech.
Yeah.
The only part I know is I Had a Dream.
That's all I know as well.
Before we get into it.
Make sure you smash the subscribe and follow button. Hype up this
See
video.
what it's saying.
I have the pleasure to present to you Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr.
Man like Martin Luther King Jr.
I am happy to join with you today in what will go down in history as the greatest demonstration for freedom in the history of our nation.
Damn, it's a lot of people. Oh my God. A lot of people for that speech.
50 years ago, a great American in whose symbolic shadow we stand today signed the Emancipation Proclamation. This momentous decree came as a great beacon light of hope to millions of Negro slaves who had been seared in the flames of withering injustice.
Yeah, so sad what happened.
It came as a joyous daybreak to end the long night of their captivity. But 100 years later, the Negro still is not free. 100 years later, the life of the Negro is still sadly crippled by the manacles of segregation and the chains of discrimination. 100 years later, the Negro lives on a lonely island of poverty. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal.
Look at the amount
The
of
turnout.
support. He's got such a powerful voice. The things that he's saying about equality, like huge W, man. Huge W.
And it shows how much impact he has over people as well.
He
and how much he's
changed the
loved.
course of history.
Yeah.
That one day on the red hills of Georgia, sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will they be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream that one day, even the state of Mississippi, a state sweltering with the heat of injustice, sweltering with the heat of oppression, will be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice. I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character.
That's it. That's what it's about. That's how it should be.
One day, down in Alabama, with its vicious racists, with its governor having his lips dripping with the words of interposition and nullification. One day right there in Alabama, little black boys and black girls will be able to join hands with little white boys and white girls as sisters and brothers. I have a dream today. Exalted. And every hill and mountain shall be made low, the rough places will be made plain, and the crooked places will be made straight, and the glory of the Lord shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together. This is our hope. This is the faith that I go back to the South with. With this faith, we will be able to hew out of the mountain of despair a stone of hope. With this faith, we will be able to transform the jangling discords of our nation into a beautiful symphony of brotherhood. With this faith, we will be able to work together, to pray together, to struggle together, to go to jail together, to stand up for freedom together, knowing that we will be free one day. This will be the day when all of God's children will be able to sing with new meaning, my country, tears of thee. Sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of the pilgrim's pride. From every mountainside, let freedom ring. And if America is to be a great nation, this must become true. And so let freedom ring from the prodigious hilltops of New Hampshire.
It's so sad that Black Americans had to go through this for a change. Like, this shouldn't have even been a thing. Like, it shouldn't have existed, and things should have never been like this in the first place. It's crazy that this was the course of history, and it took, Martin Luther King Jr. to do this powerful speech to be one of the main beacons of change. But it should have never, ever been in this situation in the first place, and it's disgusting that it was in this situation in the first place.
Let's be honest, there's a lot of things happening in the world, even today, that should not be happening.
Yeah.
But it's someone like Martin Luther King who does step in to make a massive change, and changes the course of history. Like, things will happen, but it's about who's going to get involved and who is going to be able to make the change permanent.
That's it. The permanent bit is the hard bit.
Yeah.
Let freedom ring from the mighty mountains of New York. Let freedom ring from the heightening Alleghenies of Pennsylvania. Let freedom ring from the snow-capped Rockies of Colorado. Let freedom ring from the curvaceous slopes of California. But not only that, let freedom ring from Stone Mountain of Georgia. Let freedom ring from Lookout Mountain of Tennessee. Let freedom ring from every hill and molehill of Mississippi, from every mountainside.
He's giving everyone hope.
When we allow freedom ring, when we let it ring from every village and every hamlet, from every state and every city, we will be able to speed up that day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual, free at last, thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
That was epic.
When I obviously learned about the speech, I was too young to really listen to it, like to really appreciate. Like, I'd never watched it start to finish, and I saw snippets of it, but I was a child because of how old it was, and I never followed up. So I thought, you know what, it'd be good to learn about these things, about the history of what people went through in America, the changes. There's any other people like him? I've seen a chat mention Malcolm X. He's another huge, beacon of change and hope. Would love to do more content like this because it's very inspiring.
Oh yeah, definitely.